Ladies and gentlemen, this attempted assassination of Trump means we're not in Kansas anymore. And now they've tried to kill him with a gun. They're going to try to poison him. So Trump, inside circle, listen to me. And I know you've listened before. You've had the Secret Service call me. I briefed them on stuff. Listen to me. They're going to try to poison him now. This blew up in their face. They failed. They fired 5 shots. They killed 2 people. Of course, they got rid of the shooter, so they can't find out who that was. This means the New World Order is going for broke. They have nothing to lose now. Pray for America, pray for Trump, pray for the free press, pray for truth, and know with, 112 days from the election now? Anything is possible right now. Deep state, escalation of war with Russia, China, Taiwan, it's all on the table. False flag terror attacks, blame it on Trump, his supporters, they've been hyping that. We need to pray right now for mass awakening and mass discernment because America is fighting for its life.
White Jesus? You're not gonna like this one. Jesus was not white. Revelation 1, lines 14 and 15. The hair on his head was white like wool. This doesn't feel like wool. How would somebody in that time describe coarse, curly hair? I don't know, I wasn't there. Line 15, his feet were bronze. That, my friends, is pink and a lack of flexibility. According to the book, he was born here, which today is known as this place of this place, often having people's olive or darker skin as a description. I would love if you took a minute and Googled people from that region to see what they look like aesthetically, so that maybe, just maybe, we could get off this white Jesus conversation once and for all. I've never even read the book. This is just, you're just able to find this information. Random disclaimer. The book does not reference his appearance outside of this statement. Side note, even if he was, what do you think he'd move to America and vote for who your interests are?
Songs are spells. That's what chants means. If you look in French, the word chants, it means song, but it also means a spell. The things that we say, that's why they say you got to be careful. Life and death resides in the tongue. Everything that we say holds value, it holds weight, and it has the ability to trigger things. So imagine when you take that and you put that to melody and you put that to song that holds you and rocks you. Whatever is embedded in that sound is now embedded in you. It's been proven scientifically. The human mind cannot refuse any information transferred through sound. Now think about all of these records that when you listen to them, you heard them a million times, whether you liked it or not. Matter of fact, how many songs did you not like that you ended up liking later? Man, I hated this song. I like this song. They kept playing it. Songs are spells. That's what chants means. If you look in French, the word chants, it means song, but it also means a spell. The things that we say, that's why they say you got to be careful. Life and death resides in the tongue. Everything that we say holds value, it holds weight, and it has the ability to trigger things. So imagine when you take that and you put that to melody and you put that to song that holds you and rocks you. Whatever is embedded in that sound is now embedded in you. It's been proven scientifically. The human mind cannot refuse any information transferred through sound. Now think about all of these records that when you listen to them, you heard them a million times, whether you liked it or not. Matter of fact, how many songs did you not like that you ended up liking later? Man, I hated this song. I like this song. They kept playing it.
What you're talking about is a concept called cross-class solidarity. And class just means a group of people. It doesn't necessarily mean your economic class. It means what class of person you are. But in any case, we're living in unprecedented times, right? We're living in a time in which we have access to limitless amounts of information. We're also seeing the world more generally move towards a third world war. And I love people of color. I love them. I love every single person that is subject to the white supremacist system that we're living under. And I recognize that as an Indigenous person, the majority of the people that are in the United States that are non-white are here by force and not by choice, and largely because of the displacement that the United States has methodically organized overseas to ensure that they're destabilized enough to bring cheap or free labor to the United States. Like, people don't talk about enough how the CIA was literally founded on the extermination of the Black Panther Party. That was its whole operation. And the reason the Black Panther Party threatened the United States so much is because it was forming a huge amount of cross-class solidarity in between all ethnic groups. Like, I don't know if people know this, but the Black Panther Party was working with working class white people. It was working with the Brown Berets, who are largely Mexican people. It was working with Filipino activist groups. It was working with so many different people, and it was really good at it. And their whole motivation was actually to bring down capitalism in order to ensure that the racist system that we live in stopped existing. That's our legacy. All of our legacy. That's the legacy of every single person of color in this country. Not only that, they had a huge cross-class solidarity with the Nation of Islam, which is the Black Muslim sect of Muslim ideology. And so obviously they have a huge solidarity with Palestine and the Palestinian cause. And as an Indigenous person, I also feel solidarity with Indigenous people who are being dispossessed for the sake of the machine, because the whole reason the things that are happening over there are because the United States is selfish, it is absorptive and destructive, and its whole purpose is to exterminate all resources and sell them to the highest bidder. This monopoly on worldwide resources and the ability to capitalize on them is not only invented and benefited by the United States more than any other nation on earth, it also just perpetuates and exports all of the marginalization and the systemization of racism and all other ism institutions that come from white supremacy. I know this is like a tangent, and it's probably like not really accessible enough for a lot of people to understand what I'm even talking about. But in any case, I am at a loss. When I see misinformation like this, it just hurts to see, because I think we can be in a better place. I think that we could all work together to overthrow, I read this meme a long time ago, and I think about it every day. I think about it. We chose to have capitalism and homelessness and poverty when we should really all be out in nature eating fruit. And I come from a farm, and my family, they grow everything that they eat. And all of the fruit on our family farm is free for people to come and take. Nobody goes without where I live. And to conceptualize that people actually gave that up in order to be a part of this system, it's honestly unimaginable. And I recognize that a lot of this was ad hoc, like people just thought that this was the best way to hoard resources for themselves. But yeah, I mean, it's a tragedy, and I hope that one day we'll see a world in which we're all so stuck together like glue, that we're inseparable, and that we're able to actually overthrow the systems that are